All right, dude, it is Scarecrow Hour.
The Scarecrow Hour.
The Scarecrow Hour, and the B12 is kicking in, boys.
All right.
And we're going to need it because last time I covered so many movies. And unfortunately, you go back and you watched it, and you know everybody now knows everything there is to know about Freddy vs. Jason. I should have a doctorate in teaching about horror movies.
There you go.
I'm got to be one of the smartest people in the world when it comes to it.
Well, don't you feel educated now after watching that first hour?
Yes, and again, I did that for free. Imagine what I'll do for some money. Yeah, anyway, don't bust my ego. If you disagree with me, let me know. I mean, about me even. Probably not the movies, but regardless, so we're actually going to talk about the movie this time that we set out to talk about.
Well, we did have to cover about 12 other movies first.
Well, yeah, but now nobody even has to watch those.
Right.
Because they listen to me.
Exactly.
And like, I just spoiled.
Now you know exactly what you need to know, and
I still
move on from there.
I feel so bad about just like crucifying your chance to watch part 5 and be like,
I'll still enjoy it if I watch it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
It's cool. Well, we can talk more about that later,
Yeah.
but let's talk about what we're talking about, and that is
Freddy versus Jason. Jason.
That's right. Ronnie Wu directed.
Ronnie Wu.
2003. Robert Englund as Freddy and Kane Hodder.
No, it's Ken Kersinger.
Why isn't it Kane? We're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that. Kane Hodder has spoken about this a lot. Gosh, I've got to show you the show. I tried to show it to you one time, but we didn't have time. Maybe later or something. Adam Green did it, and he did the Hatchet films with Kane Hodder and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he has this little show he does with his friends, and it's a sitcom, but it's horror based.
Okay,
it's real cheap, but it's great. It's entertaining, and he gets a lot of horror icons to show up on it. And Kane Hodder does a couple episodes, and it's so funny because like they'll be sitting there, and Kane will be like, "Oh, it's okay. We're about to start filming Freddy vs. Jason really soon," and they'll be like, Kane, they already made that movie. And he's like, ah! Just keeps trying to kill himself. Not that that's funny, dude, but it kind of is because it's so over the top. It's comical.
Yeah.
Like he's like, anytime somebody mentions it, anyway. We'll talk more why that is the reason. All right, so we've both seen this film. I've seen it many times.
I have watched it more times leading up to this episode than before. So yeah.
Well, good. And I never need an excuse to watch it. I love this movie. I will watch it. You put it on repeat 10 times in a row. I bet I could watch it.
Well, almost every, all the times that we almost had sat down for this, I would watch it and then watch it again. And then, so
that was me power tripping on. I'm going to make Sam watch that movie again. Yo, bro, I can't do it today. Hulk Hogan died. I've got to go in the morning. Shout out, Hulkster. He's here with us. I was going to have my big rubber of Hogan, but my daughter wouldn't let me take it. She needs it to go in dark rooms now. You can beat somebody with it. That's why. Yeah. But regardless, Hulk Hogan's not in this. Gosh, Hogan would have made a good like Jason, Or maybe even a good Freddy. What you going to do, brother? When the dream demons run wild on you. 1, 2. Freddy Mania's coming for you. Or to quote Jason. Jason, don't talk. That was another bad thing about Jason Goes to Hell. At one point, when Jason possessed somebody, he spoke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No,
Fan fiction.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Anyway, but forget that. We're only talking about good things. And we're talking. I love this movie so much. I have to say that so much. Somebody's like, I love my girlfriend, but well, if you love her, why do you kind of keep repeating it? Are you trying to convince yourself? That may be the case with this movie.
Well, I can say that this is one of the few movies that I have seen with you in the theater.
Yes, sir.
One of the many times I believe you saw it.
I must have seen this movie in the theater at least 5 times.
Yeah,
with in different increments. Tell me about the time I saw it with you. That'll be your first impression.
Let me see. That was 22 years ago.
Yeah, it was Wichita Falls.
It was out, in Wichita Falls. You, me, Levi, and I want to say Mark, and it was cool to see. And I think probably enjoyed it a little bit more then, especially having that experience in the theater. Not really so much tripping on the very corny aspects
Sure.
of this movie.
Well, I didn't notice them the first watch viewing.
That's how I feel. It wasn't until recently, whenever I started rewatching it so many times, that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that did happen. Okay, well, it was 2003, so
Well, it's kind of like with me. It was like I thought the movie was so beautiful and great. I loved it, but I quickly started noticing the flaws, and it's like you're with this beautiful woman, and you're like, you are so lovely and wonderful, but your breath stinks, and your toenails are long and scary. It's like, but I love you, and I want to be with you, but you really couldn't like just brush or something? Anyway.
So how does this movie open up? Do you remember?
Okay, well, real quick, I'm going to go with my first impression.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which is
I apologize.
Very
I
much
all over that.
You're good. It's just very much like your first impression, Wichita Falls. It was actually me and Levi initially, just us two going. I went to Wichita, where he was living the night before, stayed there. We set the whole day aside. Yeah. We got to there in the morning. We went and saw this sucker in the morning.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever saw a movie in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
But we were there. The only time it's Psych Center Mall, and it was the big, nice theater. Only time I'd ever been in it. The rest of those theaters, I didn't really care for, but I was like, they have this? You have this big, wonderful thing? And I always remember there was a dad. He's a dad because he had his little 6-year-old girl with him coming in the theater. And I'm like, and I'm nudged Levi, and I'm like, what's this guy doing? Levi's like, we're still kids ourselves, but we're like, come on, man.
Right.
But like seriously, you got there, right? Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I don't know where it's.
I think it's a white boy there.
If that's all it is, then I'm not. Anyways.
Okay, so it's but dude, seriously, less than 5 minutes in that movie, you see old boy walking with his daughter, her ball and covering us. I'm just like, what do you think was gonna happen?
Yeah. It's like, I understand it's your weekend with your kid,
yeah.
but this is not the movie.
Yeah, go down. Maybe that was it. Maybe he thought it was something else. Like, huh? Oh. Or he's like, no.
Did you walk into the right theater?
Look, just because your kid will watch a horror movie with you in your living room when y'all are having fun and hyped up on soda and cookies and all that. And like, I'm not scared. You're like, you're not scared? You want to go watch a movie? Yeah, I want to go watch a movie. Yeah, no, be the adult. Don't waste your money.
Yeah, we had to leave a movie not too long ago. It wasn't even that scary, but the sounds, the monster sounds in the theater were so... I understand.
Our first few runs, I've seen half of a couple movies.
Yeah,
like Garfield, I saw half of it. The kids loved it. They just were ready to go.
Yeah,
and
this was Sketch. It just now came out on digital, and so it was good.
Sketch. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Later.
Anyway, so
this
I go.
Is not about Sketch,
but it was me and Levi, and as soon as I saw it, I just wanted to turn around and go back in and watch it again.
Yeah,
But I remember going back to Graham and just like, come with me, everyone, come with me. I know where we belong.
I followed one time at least.
Right. Yeah, I would do that. It's like, follow me to the promised land of cinema. We have finally been blessed with Freddy and Jason on the same screen. And every time I saw it, I loved it. Just wanted to go back in and watch it again. And I never stopped loving this movie.
Yeah.
Like every time I watch it, and I think that has a lot to do with the pacing. Mm-hmm. And now look, I don't dig a lot of decisions Ronnie Wu made in this film. I don't really dig Ronnie Wu.
Well, I do have a little note here about Ronnie Wu. Okay, so it's like he's done 2 movies and an episode of a TV show.
Yeah.
And after this movie, nothing.
Probably with good reason. Bro.
And yeah, my little note says, did it kill his career? Joking. No, seriously, what happened?
Maybe he took all that money and left. He might well, he's a Hong Kong director. He might have went back.
Gotcha. Right.
And that brought some cool elements into this.
Yeah.
I think the reason they got Ronnie Wu, one of the reasons, well, I mean, he was a journeyman. Like I said, I think they thought this guy's, from China or whatever, and he can. If he's not, I think he's Chinese. Okay, if he's not, I apologize. I can't.
I think Wu is a Chinese name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ronnie Wu is Chinese. I just realized I'd never looked up anything about him.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean,
and I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to assume. And if I did, whatever. I'm blame my culture, but regardless, so I think they got him for one of the reasons he didn't want to do the movie. Like when he took the meeting, he was like, I don't care about this movie.
Yeah.
I don't care about Freddy. I don't care about Jason. I ain't your guy. I'm not a fan. And they said, well, that's kind of why we want you. And
okay.
Which I know, right? You're like, okay. Then I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Now I will say there was another guy I'm a fan of for whatever reason. I don't know. Jeff Katz is his name. Now he was the guy you wanted involved in this project, and he was. He was like a lifelong fan. Like he would write letters to Bob Shea back in the day saying, "One day I'm gonna come make Nightmare on Elm Street movies for you." And so this was his first job getting to work on this movie. So he's like
Right.
24. You know, he went on and had a wrestling promotion stuff for a minute. So you know, just a like-minded cat. You know, no pun intended. His name is Cat.
Cats. Gotcha.
But you know, Ronnie Wu. So I'm critical about choices he made in this movie, but as far as the pacing and like the cinematic shots and the lighting, it's really well done.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree.
And you get it watching, you're going, okay, and it was simple. This is a simple movie. That's what makes it so good. Simplicity, you know? And that was something I think by having Ronnie Wu, a guy that didn't care.
Yeah.
Like you weren't going to have to, because you know,
I didn't go off on a bunch of rabbit trails of different stuff. And
right. And that happened a lot with when I told you like 20 different scripts.
Yeah.
People were trying to kind of change things up, like the origins. They were trying to connect Freddy and Jason, like maybe Jason was Freddy's victim or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And then I think it was Katz that was like, you can't do any of that.
Yeah.
It's like, you will lose the fans.
Yeah.
You know, so they're like, okay, well, let's just bring them in. And Ronnie Wu was just like, have fun with it.
Right.
You know, but when they were like, well, you know, this or that, like there's some really it's dumb. There's really dumb decisions, dude, in this movie that don't make sense. And whenever they would be brought to Ronnie, he's just like, oh, it's just a monster movie. They just want to see monsters fight. And I'm like, it was funny him saying that they just want to see two monsters fight. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. No, I don't. And I'm like, well, James, do you love the movie?
that's the whole. Yeah. Yes,
like,
that's what we wanted. And
I'm like,
exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, I love the movie. It's like, and it's just two monsters fighting.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, dadgummit. You know?
I mean, I don't know. You don't want something super complicated. You just want something that's halfway believable within the franchises, within the realm of possibilities that could bring these two together and that they could fight.
Yeah, and you know, and if you're gonna do that and you're gonna keep it simple, you're gonna take some liberties.
Well,
and
yeah.
dadgum, they get liberal as can be. Because okay. I mean, at this point, let's get into the movie. Well, also, I do want to talk about the cast real quick. Kane Hodder, as we stated, to me, the definitive Jason. Played Jason multiple times. We all thought he was going to be Jason in this movie. That's what we wanted. We wanted Robert Englund and Kane Hodder. That did not happen. Kane Hodder said he knew something was up when he stopped getting phone calls. People were like, hey, we're doing it. We're moving forward. He said when they picked Ronnie Wu, the last thing he had heard was that he was the director, and that's when they stopped talking to him. Ronnie Wu says he wouldn't have cared. He would have used. See, I think Ronnie Wu was also very complacent, very like, okay, whatever. You studio wants this, we'll do that. You want this? Because Bob Shea said, well, you seem like a nice guy I could get along with. And Bob Shea famously would butt heads with Wes Craven back in the day, you know, because he would want to take Freddy in one direction and Wes wouldn't, and da-da-da-da. But he found somebody that he could really, whatever, that worked well with him. So Ronnie Wu, you know, he said the studio wanted a visual of a big guy versus a little guy. You know, they wanted the Frankenstein and the Dracula kind of thing. You know, I get that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I would have rather have Kane Hodder than having having a guy that was just bigger than him for the sake of that. Because as much as I love this movie and I love Jason Voorhees, this is completely my least favorite version of Jason. This is what I call the Franken Jason.
Okay.
He's a big, dumb, slow dog.
Yes.
This to me is very much a Nightmare on Elm Street movie featuring Jason.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
You know, but then you could argue that some just based on kill count.
Yeah.
Because did you do the kill count at all?
No, I did not.
Okay, who do you think killed more people in this movie?
I don't know. I mean, that's hard. I don't know.
It's not as hard as you think once you know the answer.
Well, I don't know. You're kind of giving me hints that it should be Freddy.
No. It's Jason.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured. That's my first thought was no, because he's the one that's going through and killing all the people.
So
for real, actually.
So you know how many people Jason kills? A bunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, he kills a bunch. You know how many people Freddy kills? One. Freddy kills one person in this movie. Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to that actor for being the only person that gets killed by Freddy in the movie.
Yeah, no, because even whenever
he didn't kill Kip.
No, yeah, that was Jason that jumped in. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That is his one and only kill, you know.
All right.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but you know, and we'll talk more about the kills. Not that Freddy isn't terrorizing in it and everything. And it's not my favorite look for Freddy. I think it's a darker look, and I don't know. I'm not mad at it. I don't hate it, but I'm just like, how cool would it have been to get more of that original looking Freddy or the part 2 Freddy, you know? But I don't care. I'm not tripping because, well, there's a scene I'll talk about that he looks very cool in. But yeah, let's talk about the beginning of this movie. Let's talk about it opening up.
Okay, so it opens up with Freddy, and this is pre-burnt,
which is always a treat when
Yes.
you see Robert Englund,
Yes.
as an unburned Freddy.
Yes.
That's something I really dug about Freddy's Dead. You know, that they show those little flashbacks. You know,
even with what was it, the one I watched today?
yeah, Freddy's Dead. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yep, where they show him with the green shirt and stuff.
Is it Freddy's Dead?
Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Like,
I
it's
just
like
saw Final Nightmare.
It's like they couldn't choose a name, so they just went
Gotcha.
with
Okay,
both of
that's
them.
why I was trying to, you said Freddy's Dead. Okay, gotcha. So he's and he's sharpening a single finger blade.
Oh wait, real quick. You know, I mentioned it in one of the other ones, but dude, when this movie starts, it right then, bro. When it's like New Line Cinema, and then you hear the Nightmare on Elm Street tune, and then you hear the Jason. Dude, I was like, oh my gosh, we're good. No matter what, we are good. You know, and maybe that's why I love the movie. I'm like, nope, we're good. Like, what about I'm like, we're good. The beginning, the scroll, awesome, iconic. I was like, and then goes right in. Again, this is pacing. This is such good pacing. Right in, it's giving us Robert Englund's
Right.
face. You know, sharpening the claw. The children. Oh my gosh, so creepy, dude.
You got the little girl hiding,
Oh, that's hard to watch these days.
and then the baby doll burning. Mm-hmm. And we see the thing about the Springwood slasher.
Yeah. No, I also got it. You know, Springwood. It's kind of like a suburb or a smaller town. You know. And he's like, dozens fell by my blades. It's like, really, dude? You killed dozens of kids? And they're like, hey, somebody's murdering all the children. Maybe we should like stop them or like not let our kids go outside because dozens have died.
It's like he's just killed 2 grades worth of kids.
Right. It's like if it would have been like 1 or 2, I could get it kind of being like something's going on. But
Yeah.
they're like, no, dozens.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, how are your kids? I don't know. I hope they're not dead like all the others.
Just disappeared.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like I think that killer must have got him. I'm here. Crap. Anyway, but again, liberties.
So it shows his photo album. It's all
and
his
he
trophies.
licks the. He's sick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that might have been. I bet that was a Robert Englund. Like, I bet that was his decision.
Like, why do you even? Yeah, that's just the pure because you don't need to lick it to stick it.
Right.
But he
Freddy's so gross.
did anyways. So yeah. Then what does it say? Child killer set free.
Yes, yeah, because it's the thing with Freddy Krueger was that he was this child killer. Now, and this is where people are like, well, did Freddy's Dead really happen or not? Does he have a kid? Does he have a family? I don't really like that narrative,
Yeah.
because I like him being a dirty bum, like hiding in a storage shed or something. Like I don't like him being this happy father. Which I mean,
I don't think that he was really a happy father necessarily, but also at the same time, I can kind of see like him being a husband and a father makes him less conspicuous
right, yeah.
as far as being a child killer. I mean, it would seem like you would trust him a little bit more.
No,
knowing
he would
that
definitely-
he has a wife, a kid, a pretty nice.
he would be
house,
able to
all that
hide
stuff.
in
Yeah.
plain sight. I
Yeah.
just don't think that was Freddy.
Yeah.
To
No,
me,
I understand.
yeah, I think Freddy. When you saw Freddy Krueger, you're like, oh, that guy gives me creeps. Because I mean, he's a kid. I mean, anyway, though, again, different directors, different storylines. If you don't like it, ignore it.
And we get a review of scenes of all these different deaths and gruesome carnage from past nightmare films.
Right, and that'll tell you right there which ones were the best ones.
Right.
You see a lot of 3. You see a lot of the original. You see a lot of 2 in that. You see a little bit of 5, barely. There's like a part of a shot from 5, or her like stabbing.
flash.
I can't come back, and like I'm like, yep, that's too much. Could have left it out altogether.
And so Freddy lets us know that the people of Springwood and the children of Elm Street have forgotten about Freddy.
But
Can
wait,
you believe that?
We're talking about that contact when they go like,
Oh, the eyes.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. I wish that was more in the film.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of like going back and rewatching it. I'm like, I'm a little disappointed that the eyes.
that should have kind of
wasn't-
been his
yes.
look. Well,
Yeah.
like kind of later on, he has a
Yeah.
look that I'm like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that look, and then they show the teeth. I
Yeah.
mean, you're really getting these detailed shots of Freddy, you
Yeah.
know, and I mean, we go from fresh faced Robert Englund to that,
Yes.
So we're getting a monster. He's like, talking about whenever he was alive, he was a little naughty. Jeez. When I died, I became something much worse.
And so he lets us know that he has been searching
Yeah,
for the love of his life.
What movie did you watch?
Oh, sorry.
You didn't watch it again.
Wrong notes. My bad. Here
Yeah.
we go. There we go. Oh,
And
no.
they stare at each
He
other.
was searching the bowels of hell.
Hell.
That's right.
For the worst.
That's right.
And, it makes you think, too, what's Jason doing? Because Jason can't die. You can't kill Jason. He don't die.
Right.
So what's he do when he's laying there? He gets beat, just like Freddy. They get beat. So what are you going to do? You're going to sleep, I guess. So why wouldn't Jason be asleep?
Right.
And
Makes sense.
And
Makes as much sense as anything else.
I got some notes and stuff that I'm going to pull up here so I can speak on.
So he found a candidate that the world would remember.
Yeah, they'll make them remember. No,
Make the world. Yeah, make them remember. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. That's the right word.
Okay, so this is now we've got our and then right there we already got our setup. This is what's going on. Again, good pacing.
Then it shows the iconic mask.
Yeah,
Jason.
Well, does it show the mask yet? Because I think now it cuts right to the girl.
No, it's right before.
Oh yeah.
No, it's right
okay.
before. Then now you have the gratuitous nudity,
right?
And
No,
the tan lines.
Okay, shout out to that at the time.
Yeah,
like that. I mean, just again the pacing of this film to go from that crawl to the Robert Englund thing, then Freddy, and then we jump right into some R-rated eye candy,
right?
And like to a young man at that time, a single young man, I was like, this is just batting 1,000.
I was either 17 or 18 that year, so either way,
well,
I think I might have been 18.
Nudity had kind of left horror movies.
Yeah.
At this point, they didn't really have a lot. Used to have them in all the time. I think it was. I know it was gratuitous, but at the same time, it was a shout out to the old horror movies.
Yeah, I get it.
So even in that way, it mattered. I'm sure Ronnie Wu was just like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, just like boobs, whatever. But I always thought it was so funny, and this got a laugh in the theater when she calls out to the guy that she's looking for. What's his name?
I don't even remember.
Mike.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
Yeah, I realized the other day I was like, my ringtone is Halloween. My text is.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah.
And my alarm is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which Jules just loves waking up to, let me tell you. And I was like, oh, wow, that's great. I got them all covered here. I didn't even plan it. I just gradually chose it, those things, All right, anyway. I thought
that's whenever the Jason music hits.
Yeah, and you see what Jason dreams about.
She runs, Jason stalks.
Classic. And, and you got
she
this.
Trips, Jason rips.
Stabs her through. In my dreams, I can stab through trees. I'm so good. And then, like, I love it that, like, she starts telling him, it's like, yeah, I deserve to die. Jason's just like, yeah, I was right. Yeah, good dream. And then we see Pamela Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay.
Jason hears the voice of his mother.
Now, Betsy Palmer was still alive when this movie was made.
Okay.
Why they didn't cast her? She was the original Jason's mother.
Yeah, I understand.
Why they didn't cast her, I have no idea. Like, you had the opportunity. If it was money, pay the lady.
Right.
If we could have had the original lady, I mean, the actor that did it did fine.
Right.
But again, that's something I think where they weren't thinking about the OG fans here.
Right.
Just like getting rid of Kane, it's like could have had Betsy Palmer in here.
It's like very, very missed opportunities.
Yeah. It's like, and I get it. Things don't line up or whatever, but man, you're only making this movie once.
Right.
But so anyway, I say pay her,
Right. So then we have the corpse starts talking, shifting around. His mother tells him that he can never die.
Right. That's what, and that's service to let the fans know what's going on. Because I'm sure this movie made a lot of money. It was a successful movie. A lot of people had probably never seen a Friday or a Nightmare before going into this movie. They were just watching it like, I mean, people probably went and saw King Kong versus Godzilla. They never watched they're just going to see this big movie.
Right.
With these icons in it. And that's the cool thing about these movies is you don't have, unless you got a guy like me that's going to sit there and give you the run through them all.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you don't need that. Like I said, you want to watch Friday the 13th, but you don't want to watch them all? Watch part 4.
Right.
Then watch part 6. Okay, there. You got the best of two worlds or whatever.
So she tells him that he can never die, that he's just been sleeping, and so now he needs to head over to my house on Elm Street.
No, he just says Elm Street.
Elm Street. Where?
Where indeed.
Where?
Now, again, why?
Ohio?
Okay, so Springwood, where Springwood / I believe that
it's supposed to be in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Camp Crystal Lake in New Jersey. So let's do some math or not.
Dude, he walked a long freaking
He
ways.
walked a long way, dude. Like, I think I don't know, but I might actually sit down and try to figure this out. And I was trying to figure out like how many Elm Streets there were in America and stuff, and I was like trying to do all the math one night of like, what are the odds at?
Well, for some reason, once again, I'm doing a callback to the same movie I just watched. I'm pretty sure there was a line in there, something about there's an Elm Street.
Every town
everywhere.
has an Elm
yeah,
Street.
Every street
Yeah.
has an Elm Street.
That's
every
what
town has an Elm Street.
Because in that movie, that's what Freddy was trying to do. He was trying to get he tapped out Springwood. Like the kid, you go there, the kids are dead. You just got Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, you got Roseanne and what's his name?
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold. Yeah.
So like, yeah. So he needed to get out. And he wanted to get to his daughter for whatever reason. And there's a lot of stuff too in those movies where they had ideas.
I said, I guess Springwood is pretty close. No other town close by to confuse Elm Streets with.
No, it's not close. It's not close. And then they drive to it like later on. They go to it like it's nothing.
Well, they drive from Springwood to Crystal Lake, and just like
in the evening or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. Now I found my notes. Great.
Excellent.
Yeah. I didn't like the tagline, the slicer and the dicer, and this time they're not even nicer. That's cheese.
No. Then we have a big reveal right there. That wasn't really Jason's mom.
Well, dadgum, who was it?
I know. I'm trying to think of
Paula
somebody
Shaw was the actor's name that played her this time, and not Betsy Palmer. Again, should have paid her. We had her till Betsy Palmer died in 2015. But anyway, not Betsy Palmer.
No. Instead, we have Mr. Frederick. He's missing his children.
Yeah. It's been away from my children far too long.
Way too long. So Jason starts off at the 1400 block of Elm Street.
Look, real quick, I did make some notes here. Springwood, Ohio, Camp Crystal Lake. They're over 500 miles apart.
Oh, wow.
It's an 8-hour drive.
Quick little drive,
Yeah, thank
Only
goodness.
half a day.
Yeah, it would take Jason a week to walk there without stopping.
But how long did it take him to drive there? That van was moving. Wait, were they in the van? Yeah, they were in the van.
And again, dude, I just don't like the Jason in this movie. He's just a big dumb looking thing, and I don't like that you see his eyes so much because, like, look, man, you don't see eyes. You don't see eyes. That's great. It's like it's scarier that way, and and then get the close up, cool. But this is the whole thing. He's all like, huh? Like there's a part where like later on when he like gets his fingers cut off and he's straight up just like, huh?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying now.
And he moves so slow and just like he looks more like Frankenstein than he does Jason. And again, this is a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, so you can bring in a corny Jason. And I don't like it when I'll see people with like the tattoos of that Jason. I'm just like, why would you do that? You could have got Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder, I know Kane Hodder smacked on the arm because he's like, check it out, I got a Jason tattoo, and it was a tattoo. He's like, whack, wrong movie. Kane will do that.
So now we meet Lori, a different Lori, not a Michael Lori, but another.
You gotta wonder.
Yeah, of all the names, you choose a Lori.
Yeah. Oh, but when you get that cool, I got again with the pacing, the title screen.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is cool. God, was that big? I think it was Spine Shake.
I have no idea.
That's the only thing I know him from.
So you meet Lori, Kia, and Gib.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
She she is in the what are those movies? Ginger Snaps. You ever heard of those? They're the female werewolf movies.
No.
I'm not really a fan of them, but so many people are. Like
Really?
people love those movies, like horror fans. I watched them, and I don't. Maybe it's just my perspective because I don't know, but there must be better than I realized. Oh, hey, real quick, going back to the lake that they shot that opening scene at.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same lake that they filmed X2 at. X-Men 2.
Yeah.
So when the Phoenix comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe Jason has a little Phoenix in him. Jason with the dark Phoenix. Dang gum. That's like that gif of Jason with the Infinity Gauntlet. Just
yeah.
like they're all dead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's a smoker.
Yeah, but she only smokes when she drinks.
Yeah, but she always drinks.
But she's always drinking.
Yeah.
Well, she'll work on that next.
Yeah, that's next.
But what's she do with her cigarette?
Flicks it out off of Jason's head.
Dude, I heard her doing that, and I know what we all thought. You messed up.
Yeah, I've got she's gonna die. Like, it may not be right now, it may not be the next scene, but
Yeah.
He's dying.
Also, I got
It's
to point out
happening.
that the house, the 1428 Elm, that is famous in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it's the
because
same. It's the same.
that was
house.
Nancy's house,
Yes.
which people, there's this weird confusion. People are like, oh, that's Freddy's house.
No,
You know, I know,
no,
but
no, it wouldn't. Why would?
right,
no.
right. It's like, no, that was Nancy's
Yeah.
house, you know, and it's one of those things too. Like, did Jason drown in the lake, or did he survive somehow, or did he brought back? You know, that's one thing I'll give the guy from Freddy or the Jason Meatball Jason. You know, that the Necronomicon. He tried to be like, well, Pamela was into this and she used it to resurrect. That could work, but
Right.
which they did consider Ash. For one of these, they wanted to bring Ash into
That'd
it.
be
but-
fun.
Yeah,
Gosh, that'd be fun.
There's a comic.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you should totally read it. Yeah,
I need
Ash,
to.
Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
that's fun.
Right, and it's good, but like they said, they say it just wasn't going to work out in the movies. You know, it was already too complicated trying to do these two properties.
Well, the good news is the boys show up.
Yeah,
These guys are.
Trey and Blake.
Yeah,
Babe, give me a.
yeah.
You're like, oh, don't kiss me when you smoke.
But they're menthols.
Like that matters.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't.
No.
So yeah,
It still smells the same. Still tastes the same.
but you know, they're like, oh, he brought this guy for you, but she's like, you know, basically, I'm still in love with Will, you know, my boyfriend when I
Yeah.
was 14. Why?
Yeah. No, it's bad. And then you've got 3 girls, 2 guys.
Yep.
Like they didn't even try to bring. Like, why wouldn't you have 3 and 3?
I don't know.
You know?
Because also the other friend we mentioned, Kelly Rosalind or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she's the most famous member of Destiny's Child.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless you count Beyonce.
that's yeah. I didn't even. Okay.
Yeah. That's why. That's why she's not that good.
So yeah.
As that she has her moments, but there's some stuff she's just
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, it's like wonder how she got
Yeah.
that job.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's Kia.
Yeah,
My
Kia.
mom drives a Kia.
Okay.
So,
Kia, they make a fine car.
but she doesn't get a dude.
Kia,
no dude for her.
Maybe Kia wasn't into dudes.
You know, possibly.
Maybe she was into Lori,
Maybe.
and that's why she wanted to keep people away from her. Wait, I don't know. Anyway.
No, she's trying to get her to hook up with
Oh,
Blake.
that's right. With Trey, or was it Trey?
this
Which
Blake.
one? Blake. That's right.
Gibb, which has to be a last name because for the
Yeah.
love of gosh, it's
Yeah,
just
it's something like Gibby or something like that.
Okay,
They knock it
yeah.
down to. She was in something else too, dude. She's good. I like her and stuff.
meanwhile Blake is salivating on Lori, like
I didn't.
over the top.
I didn't think he was so bad though, like like a creep or anything, you know. I mean, yeah, he's spitting game, talking about feng shui and stuff, you know. But like, I didn't. It's not like he's all like, "What's up, babe?" He's just,
No, he's laying all up on her and stuff. That I don't know.
what's with the pillow? When he sets over, he grabs a pillow and puts it in his lap, like he's trying to hide something.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
I could be wrong. I just always thought that was. Again, I didn't think he was such a bad character. you know?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna say I think a lot of these actors in this movie did really good, even with small parts. I think they're good.
they did it. I think you can only do so well when the writing is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they did well with what they had. So any one of these characters, I wouldn't mind more of. You know what I mean?
So he's all about his feng shui.
His
He's
feng shui.
got his flask.
You should check out her bedroom. He's all,
It's got a lot of flow. It's got good flow.
yeah, bedroom.
Just so happens they send him off to gather beer, and there just so happens the back door's
Yeah.
wide open. Like that's not weird,
Close it for
you know.
him. Right? He's like, back door's open. Here,
Yeah,
close it for you.
it's never a good sign though. And there's a storm. It's like something's going down.
Right. The power's out and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Then we get a little gratuitous sex scene.
Yeah, they're in there.
This guy takes the cake though. of all the D bags, of every possibility of a D bag in every movie ever, this guy is right up there at the very top.
He nailed that role, man.
Yeah.
In a very short time. You know
Yes.
exactly who he is.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Complete
think-
tool bag.
I think that actor does like Hallmark movies now. You know? It's probably pretty cool dudes that play the best douche or D-bags or whatever.
Well, it's like as soon as he starts going, you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to see you die.
Right. It's like
as soon as he walks through the front door, his first thing I'm like, he's gonna get killed. And it's gonna be fun.
yeah, in like they give that to you right away. In the past, you would have had to wait for him. He would have been one of the last ones, like running away and getting killed or something. It's like not in this one. Like, no, you hate him.
Yeah, there's a lot of fodder.
Yeah, let's. Are we talking about that kill?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move into it.
The kill's pretty cool,
Dude, it's dope.
So Jason, in all his glory of slowness, is like, he's all, yeah. So dude's laying on the bed. It's such a, yeah, it's so classic, man. Stabs him through the bed repeatedly.
About half a dozen times.
Right. And that is that's good enough.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good kill.
Yeah.
And then
But
Jason's
he's
like,
not done.
nah.
He's not done. Like, now that I'm warmed up.
Yeah. Reverse folds him. Like, it don't bend that way, sir. Like, completely snaps him in half. Like, why were they? And they're just like, oh wow, you got killed. Like, what? Some really freaking big guy?
Yeah.
Did a
Yeah.
really freaking big guy crush him?
Yeah. He's some big freaking guy.
Big freaking guy.
That's
But the fact that they killed him, I mean, he kills him in bed, and it's crazy. So what are people going to think?
I mean, it's bad enough blood's running up underneath the door in the bathroom.
Now that is gratuitous nudity when they do that overhead shot.
Yes.
That was a body double. That is not that actor.
Yeah,
I want to throw that out there for any of her fans or anything like that, because I said I think she's pretty well respected and stuff. And then, like I said, the Ginger Snap movies have their fans. I'm just not one of them.
I think I've seen the thumbnails before. I've never taken the time to watch them.
I like werewolf stuff. It's an interesting concept.
Okay.
And maybe I just wasn't. Anyway.
So now everyone's scared. They're going to run outside, and there just so happens to be a young, hip cop pulling up.
How great is that? Do you need some
Do
assistance?
you kids need any assistance?
Yeah. What the f do you think? One of the best lines in the movie. Straight, one of the best moments. Now, I'm going to jump in here real quick with one of my whys. Okay, because that character right there, that cop that comes in, why didn't they make that Tommy Jarvis? A little reworking, that could have been Tommy Jarvis. It would have made sense that he'd become a cop.
Yeah.
He was there, and because he's the one, because you kind of get these characters like he's in a Friday the 13th movie, where these kids are in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Gotcha.
You know, because he's the one, because some of them are like,
Yeah, because he's all about the Crystal Lake copycat.
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like
And
that.
he's like, what? So, you know,
Yeah.
he's got that. So why couldn't that be Tommy and be like, I think I know who this is.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's
they,
here.
Yeah, because they wanted someone. I mean, you wanted someone that wasn't familiar with the town. They wanted a new person.
Yeah, and
that
again,
wouldn't know the secrets.
If
so.
they really wanted to hook the fans up, I
Yeah.
think they could have done that. You know, maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know. I think it would. I wanted it to be, when I saw that character, I was like, oh, that could be Tom. And then he's not.
know.
You know, even the way it goes for him, that could have worked. That could have all worked for Tom.
Right.
But you know, so yeah,
So someone slips up and says his name.
Yeah.
The dreaded name.
Freddy. I'm gonna take him out myself.
So of course, Lori hears, and
Oh yeah, because they're at the police station now, and
well, no, right before they go to the police station, they're talking, and it's the sheriff or whatever, and then one of his deputies or whatever says the name, and he was like,
oh, because he's like, he's even in bed. It's the same house.
Yeah.
Why the heck would anybody live in that house, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
It's bulldoze it.
bulldoze it,
Like done, over with.
build a church on it.
Yeah, something new, something different.
or a graveyard. Since
anything.
people are going to die there anyway.
But you got to love Detective Stubbs or Officer Stubbs or whatever his name is, because he has that classic early 2000s frosted tips.
Yeah, that was
I had
hot.
frosted tips whenever I was in high school around the same time. Yeah, like I know.
I didn't know how to grow them, so I didn't do it.
It's not natural. Yeah, believe it or not.
What about NSYNC?
Well, you know.
Chad, come.
And so,
Next thing you're gonna tell me that like this is all made up, movies and stuff.
believe it or not,
BS.
I hate to break it to you, buddy. So he feels left out, and he wonders why.
Yeah, even the way they kind of like, that's such a D boss to be like, good job tonight, right place, right time.
Right.
You take all your credit away. You did good because you were at the right place at the right time.
Which is kind of true, though.
Well, yeah, sure, but it'd be like still, but even then, like, I know I'm jumping around here, like when he's talking to Lori a little bit, and he's like, boom, boom, boom.
No, that's right there. That's the
Right
same
there.
spot. Yeah, no, there's a back and forth right there with him and Lori. That's the very next.
All right, and
No,
it
you're
just
not jumping around. You're
his
right on
boss
point.
is- okay,
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple
Yes.
times, and that's why I know, like, it's got good pacing, but it's also got, there are some, again, the whys, and we'll get there.
I don't know if we'll ever get there.
I'll talk about this movie 5 episodes.
It looks like it might be.
It's Friday and I got time. I got B12 in time, brother.
I can tell. Yeah, so it's a terrible back and forth, and he bangs on him, and we learn that he's new because he says, I
Right.
just got here or whatever like that.
They're not telling me
And
anything.
as soon as she starts talking about a dream, that's whenever the chief's like, bang, 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 dude.
He looks so angry for somebody who just gave him an attaboy.
Right? No
like-
joke.
That dude's a jerk.
And it's like, what was his name? What was his name? Freddie. Doom.
Freddy's like, yes, finally. Yes. And then then they call back the girl from the beginning, the little girl.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's just sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And turns around in the hallway and she's got the
The eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, both eyes are carved out. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
necessary.
Yeah.
Shows you what Freddy did. Sick man.
Yeah, and so the dead girl goes ahead and tells you the whole plot for the movie, essentially.
Right? Yeah, gotta get that out there. That's also the scene where they no, never mind. I'm thinking about a scene later in the movie. I'm thinking about when they're looking, we'll get there with the hypno seal and such. And then so now this is kind of our big dose of the dream world. Freddy's he's firing up the boilers again, trying to get it, like do my thing,
Shows a little girl with the girls with the jump rope.
Classic Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4. Oh, sorry.
If you want to, and then he's like, sleep again. And then which wakes her up.
Yeah, a quick little jump scare.
Yeah, little jump because Freddy's he's not ready yet.
No, he's just getting started. Like you said, he's
Yeah.
just warming up, buddy.
And does this take us to was it Blake?
Blake and his dad.
Okay. His dad, what a jerk.
Yeah, he's a prick, dude. He is a prick.
That reminds you of who the real villains of all those 80s horror movies are. It's the parents.
Right?
It's always the parents, dude. They're like, no, everything's fine. You should just pretend it's not. And he's like, you got to feel for this kid at this point. He's like, my best freaking just killed, Dad.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, you better watch it.
What are you going to do about it?
From that flask?
Right. He's still drinking on that flask.
I get it. The dad's mad and scared because of the Freddy contamination.
Yes.
And he knows that, like, they're probably on him saying, hey, you better make sure that, da-da-da. And then that's where he's all like, there's some guy named Freddy.
Some guy named Fred.
He's like, I'm going to take him out myself.
Meanwhile, there's somebody in the bushes.
Yeah. He's ready to check it out. Could be old Fred.
But it's not Fred. It's not Fred.
No, well, I mean, he's dreaming right now.
Well, yeah, he does start dreaming.
He's dreaming.
He does encounter Freddy.
And Freddy shows right there because he's all slashed him, but he's all like, oh,
He's
I'm
like,
okay.
I'm not strong enough to get him.
Not strong enough yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let Jason have his fun. Jason going to have fun, man.
Yeah, so they're not afraid enough. And there's not enough people that remember.
And for some reason, I guess what happened here was Frank and Jason got like while Blake was taking a nap, he carefully cut off his dad's head and cut in. I don't know if this is a Jason thing to do or not. Like every time I watch this, I'm like, I don't know. I want to. I'm like, no. Then I'm like, well, Jason is a bit of a savant when it comes to killing. He don't know much else, but dude,
This was a delicate slice. Though.
yeah, and he's got his machete. I mean,
Yeah.
why does the machete have a freaking hilt on it? Have you ever seen a machete with a hilt? Hilts are for swords, man.
That is true.
That drove me crazy the first time I saw it. I was like, so he's got like a battle machete now?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why
You know?
not? Yeah, if that's the only problem, good with it.
Then we have Blake wakes up, and then you have Jason,
Yeah.
who slashes
Well,
down.
First, let's talk
Go
about
ahead.
his dad.
Go ahead.
His dad's in there,
Oh yeah.
but you can't even see because it was so precise,
Yes,
such precision.
yes.
Must have had a scalpel
Yes.
that is perfectly on there.
Big scalpel to go through the hole.
And then it pops up. It just kinda pops up, and he's freaking out. Who did this? The guy in the hockey mask. And then what I love about this is when you're talking about Jason attacks, he like takes his dad's head.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, if you watch, he tries to block it with his dad's head. You didn't want to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn. We're talking, we're laughing.
Yeah.
Kid trying to block a killer's machete with his
Well,
dad.
that whole kill scene right there is, you have Jason's slashing down, but the blood splashes up,
Yeah, no, the blood
you
splash
know?
doesn't match.
Yeah, at all.
That was just like, okay, we need a shot of blood.
Yeah, because I was watching it again last night, and I was like, because I got an extra note. You'll notice it's in blue, not black, because it's a different pen, different time. But I was like, holy smokes! I was like, how'd that happen? Magic
of Jason. Jason's like, well, I told you, Jason's a
savant. Next, we have a flash of the good old Hypnosil.
Yeah, Hypnosil, very important. That's a callback,
Yes.
All the way to part 3, Dream Warriors. That introduced Dream Warriors introduced Hypnosil.
What does Hypnosil do? Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, man. Well,
If you don't already know.
Well, see, I didn't cover Hypnosil in my rundown because I wanted to save it for this.
Yes, absolutely.
Which also, see, another thing, that's how awesome part 3 is, and beloved that we did get callbacks to part 3. We get the Hypnosil.
Weston Hills.
Weston Hill. I love Weston Hill. When I saw that, dude, again, I was like, man, if I didn't have so much respect for the sanctuary of the movie theater, I would have been standing on my seat, dude. Like just Jeff Hardy and it. Doing that juke. Man.
So Will catches a glimpse of the news.
Yeah. Do you know what? What movie are they watching in the background?
Oh, I don't know.
I've tried to figure that out. I've never looked it up. I think it might be Dead Alive because I was like, it's got to be something. It looks like it might be Dead Alive. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't even thought about that.
I'm sure I could Google that and find out. But yeah, hold on real quick. I love Mark here. I love Mark, that character. I love that actor. He's not in a lot of stuff. He pops up once in a while, and I get excited, and then he's not in it too much.
Yeah,
but he's so good. He's one of those dudes who took little decisions he makes are great.
Mm-hmm.
Just like here where he's all like, what's this stuff for anyway? And he's like, keep you nice and docile, and he's all. I love that. I say that a lot. I'm fine with that, and that's what I'm kind of emulating. Like anytime somebody disses me or something like on social media, I'm fine with that. But so that, and then of course Will's kind of quiet, and like
right.
And that's where Will sees this news break.
Yes, and then he knows that Lori lives at that house.
Turn it up. I know somebody in that house.
Yeah, and he's like, nope.
Real quick, so Will, Jason Ritter, son of the legendary John Ritter.
Okay.
Three's Company fame and whatnot. That role of Will was originally cast to Brad Renfro.
Okay.
Yeah, but he tragically overdosed and died. They had actually started the girl that played Lori said she was who she tested with him.
Okay.
And that's why she got the role because they had such good chemistry.
Oh,
so,
okay.
and I'm going to say this, I love John Ritter. And Jason Ritter seems like a nice guy, but dadgum, dude, he is not a good actor.
No.
Why?
No.
There's a part where he's like, and it comes later, but I'm going to just talk about it right now. When he's talking to Lori and he's like, I saw your dad kill your mom. It's like a laugh after. I'm like, why would you laugh after that?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Strange.
So whatever. Maybe he's done more. I think he was on a series for a while. I don't know. Seems like a nice guy, but yeah, dude, he's not top tier. You're gonna take Brad Renfro, who had all, like that kid could act. That kid was gonna be have a career, maybe like a Leonardo DiCaprio or something, and then you replace it with a celebrity's kid. But that's a Ronnie Wu thing because Ronnie Wu. John Ritter was in Bride of Chucky.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I'm sure he'd be like, I know John Ritter.
Okay.
I'm doing my best not to imitate his voice because that's not the climate for it.
Well, you got to hand it to Mark because he takes a dose of trank.
Yeah, but also I like when Mark is talking.
Oh, the whole with the guy at the table.
Yeah, I love that little interaction. He's like,
I go play checkers.
Yeah, I'm an Uno guy. Get the Uno deck and we'll play. Again,
go ahead.
I think the actors had a lot of probably freedom in this movie to do little things like that, and that's what made it so good. A lot of that stuff because I love just things that feel real, and that just feels like a real interaction.
From many places that I've been to, that's not wrong. I mean, it's not off at all.
Yeah, but okay, so Will's really upset now, and
Will is very upset.
He wants to go see Lori, and so Mark, who
being his best friend,
has always had a plan, I guess, in case I ever need to get out of here. But which Mark seems, I don't know really where think about it. Why? But the story is like, all these kids got taken from this town and put in this hospital, and they're quarantined in there, and so like it's just. Were they just going to stay there forever? I mean,
why not?
What were they going to do? I don't know. Don't let them go down. Just don't let them go to Springwood. Say, hey, you are banned from there. Go live your lives elsewhere or something. But I don't know. Anyway, but it's Weston Hills again, and I was so happy to see Weston Hills in there. And it's too bad they couldn't afford like a Lawrence Fishburne cameo. That would be great, dude. Have him be like the boss there now, like he runs it.
That would be fun.
I don't want to hear nothing about dreaming. That would be great, dude. Dadgum. That's you got him for Predators. Just, hey, would have been perfect.
So Mark, being his best friend, wants to help Will out, the best that he can, and so he takes a big old dose of drink.
He gets it by doing a great monkey impersonation.
Oh, no.
Showing his bum. The real actor to that, he was like, he's talking about how many people have seen that movie. He's like, so a lot of people have seen my bum.
Oh man, he gets the key card.
Which okay, let's. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm fine. I'm not gonna tear that up.
Yeah, whatever. Now Will has to carry him.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's kind of sucks for him. We're gonna escape.
It's like,
dude's gonna be like, where's my badge? Did that monkey kid get it? Little freaking bum person against the window. How'd he hold on to it with the pink stuff? I'm sorry. If I was there, I'd be like, bro, I'm bored. I'm gonna go get some of that pink stuff.
Right.
I'm like, I can't sleep, man. Oh gosh, dude, I just realized something. I never thought about this before, but that was a white guy doing the whole monkey thing and a black person. That might have had some undertones. I never thought about.
Oh, I guess if you want to go there with it.
No, I just never thought about it.
I don't think think it was meant like that.
I don't think so either. But I was just being.
Plus, also, it was in 2003, and we just didn't have those kind of tensions like we do today. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I think it was
have
just,
those tensions today.
I just think it was. I don't know. It was just.
No.
Okay. Anyway.
Next scene is Lori's dad spiking her. Orange juice.
Her juice with the hypnosil.
Yeah.
Trying to dose his daughter.
Yeah. So no delirium.
Delirium.
Like when she's like trying to.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking like a product.
No.
I was like, is that?
Then we have a quick dream flash of Freddy.
And then, sorry, the little jump scares.
Then the sheriff just conveniently shows up.
Right. Nice, damage control.
Right.
Got to keep his eyes on stuff.
Of course.
And this is also one of those things like. You're not going to school. You know what I'm saying? And you're not leaving the house.
No.
Like, I'm not leaving. You're not leaving. We're staying here.
Yeah.
I don't care if he knows what's going on. Like, the town should be shut down right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do like a complete curfew for everybody, for all the kids or whatever. Something like that.
Gibb does say, and I guess it's the next scene where they're actually at the school. Is there anything between here and there?
Yeah, no. I have a note there that said he lets his kid go to school after all this stuff. It's like, no.
And she's like, yeah, Blake's dead too, and it's like, well, and everybody's just at school, and then they say it was like she says, well, they're trying to make it like a murder-suicide thing,
Yeah, so Blake chopped up his dad.
Yeah, and broke his friend in half.
Stabbed him a dozen times and then folded him up in half.
But he was with them.
Yeah, over in a different room.
So that doesn't. No. He was all about the feng shui, man.
Yeah, next, then we have Linderman.
I love this guy.
I like Linderman.
I like this actor. He's great. He's another one of those dudes that's just great in everything I see him in. He's really good in Girl Next Door, which is that's a sweeter movie than it gets. I mean, you look at it, it looks like a skin flick, and it does have those things in it, but it's really a good movie. You got Timothy Olyphant in there too, or Timothy Olyphantastic, if you will. Todd Hanks to me, it's a real good movie. I don't think it gets enough appreciation. Because it gets just lumped in with that. Oh, that's a dirty movie,
right?
But obviously, he's the nerd guy in here. And he's got hots for Lori.
Of course.
Yeah.
He is
a little foo-foo.
He's a B and a half.
I love when he goes off on her later.
Yeah, I know. It's well-deserved.
All that makeup weighing down your head. I'm like, and now, okay. Now we the party. They're talking about the party.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, because this is one of the corniest lines in there with the chubby guy with the long
with
hair,
the fake Jack Black.
Yeah, girl, let your fleek frag fly. It's like, oh my gosh, bro, that's not even okay.
That actor recently passed away, or maybe like last year. I didn't know anything about him. He was on a show or something.
Okay,
I just saw his name. I was like, oh yeah, and then I looked up his name. I was like, not Jack Black. Speaking of not actors, Freeberg. What do you think of the Freeberg character? This is our introduction to him. He's
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
not Jason Mewes.
What's his name?
His name's Freeberg.
Freebird?
Freeberg. I thought it was Freebird. It's
Freeberg.
You know.
Oh, okay.
He's a fun character, but it's like not. I mean, he's not Jay. You know? Jay and Silent Bob.
He's not Jason Mewes.
Right. But you sure think he is sometimes.
Right.
In fact, okay, I got to show you this clip. This is very short, but I did it just for this because I wanted to talk about this. This is from a documentary.
I mean, it was amazing when they offered this, and I went and I played Freeberg, and it was like a lifelong dream come. Wait, I didn't play Freeberg. I wasn't in that movie.
Yeah. Anyway, because I remember watching, it going like, "What was Jason Mewes just not available?" I was like, "It's like okay, we want you to be in this movie, but we want you to be a character played by Jason Mewes." You know? Okay, you know. Anyway, but he has some great lines and great business in it.
Yeah.
And we'll get there. So we're gonna have the party. We're talking about that. And
Now Lori's telling her friends about the nightmares she's having.
Yeah, and then Mark. This is where Mark
comes in with that song.
Yeah, and just schools everybody real quick.
Yep.
Which is fun fact. Next time you watch this movie, if you look in the background, there's an extra. She's got green sleeves.
Okay.
You would recognize her as Kate from Lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally. It's 100% her back there. She hadn't made it yet.
Yeah.
But if you look at, so she is in that. That's true. There is a myth that Rey Mysterio, the wrestler, is in this movie.
Yeah.
That he played Freddy in some stunts. That is fiction. It is I thought it for years.
Really?
Yeah. Rey Mysterio finally came out and was like, that's not true. He's like, I wasn't in that movie. He said it might. He has an uncle, Rey Mysterio, that does work with films. He said he might have had something to do with it. But it's not him.
Gotcha.
You know? So people will say, "Do you know Rey Mysterio was in that?" And like,
I've never heard that before.
No.
Yeah. So, just so you know,
Rey Mysterio and I wish he was. That's a whole nother movie, man. Can you imagine like Freddy doing like the 619 and stuff? Oh my gosh. Booyaka, booyaka.
WWE comes to Springwood.
Booyaka, booyaka.
You got to say though. I mean, I got to say though, it's like the way that Mark comes in is very creepy style.
Yes,
Just,
that's what I'm saying.
It's just like, what the? Who the are you? And why the? What? What's
so we've
going
had
on
some
here?
mysterious murders, and now you guy that none of us know. Oh wait, you
randomly
used to go to
show up.
wait? Did you used to go to school here? Because we don't remember you.
Right.
I guess y'all used to go to school here.
Well, Lori's the only one that
Remembers Will.
Yeah, but nobody else remember. Well, no, the principal or whomever recognized them or said something about them. Of course, they might have known that they escaped from.
The principal, that's Bob Shea comes in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a longer thing, but Bob Shea's not an actor, so they had to cut it.
Yeah, makes sense.
He has a great cameo in part 2. Also, he's the S&M bartender, I believe. You know.
Yeah, because my question here is like, okay, so she knows Will, but she doesn't know Mark.
Right.
Maybe they weren't friends until they wound up at the mental
Makes
institution, possibly. But he's straight up harassing her. He's like, make friends with coffee.
Make friends with it. Like, yeah, just gonna. And then Will shows up. He's like, you're freaking her out.
Yeah.
And then what'd she do?
Drops to the floor.
Thanks, man. Like, even right here, I don't know. The whole dynamic between those two characters. And she's like, Will, why would you faint? That's too much.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The guy I used to love came back.
Yeah.
And I got to faint. And he's got to run off.
It's like I've been awake all night, and now I finally can go to sleep in the floor of the school in the middle of the hall,
Right.
surrounded by dozens of people.
They'll take you to the nurse's office. But if I know anything, if you're in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, you don't want to go to any kind of medical thing because there's like 100% chance Freddy's going to be your doctor. It's going to be Dr. Fred, or he's going to have syringes or something. And this is no different because she's asleep in there, and this is where I believe Kelly Child Destiny or whatever is like
Kia's looking at stuff about her nose job.
Yeah, and I like it when she's like, "Did they put you under for that?" And the nurse, it says the nurse can't help you. Yeah, I like that little touch there. And she's like, "Shh." And then the pictures, they get like more gruesome and more gruesome. And then our man with the jump scare. Yeah, got your nose.
No nose here.
Yeah. And then she like throws magazine. I mean, it is funny. It is a good little scene.
And then I have them. They stop by a soda machine,
Yeah, why are you still in the school,
stopping
man?
for a Mountain Dew while they're currently on the run.
Well, they stop and they turn around like when the cops or teachers walk by, like they're not gonna be like, "Hey, it's y'all two."
Right.
You know, again, like why are they still in the school? Well, you know what? To the library, because that's where they go.
Yeah.
And I love looking at that because there's on a microfiche machine.
Yeah.
And then behind him is like the Dewey Decimal System and
Yes.
stuff. It's like what a time capsule shot
Yeah.
right there. That's how we used to do it, y'all.
Those are the archives.
The archives, and they're in the basement of the library. Which is the library like connected to the school? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Was it like a public library or
Right.
what? I
don't know.
kind of
But they got a
it's a
basement.
public library, but yeah. I mean, that's where you keep the microfilm and all that. So.
And like nobody's gonna notice them coming in. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
So he's digging through all the obituaries and in the archives and
And then he point. And again, I like this. I really like Mark in this scene where the way he's just like gestures and the way he glances. It's just he could feel real. And he's talking. And he talks about his brother killing himself.
yes.
And he's like, why isn't that here? Because he was obviously a Freddy's victim,
Right.
which comes back into play.
So it's all blacked out.
He's like, the state my brother committed suicide. You know, why isn't that here? And they're like, I don't know, and we can't remember our dreams.
Well, it's like Mark for once doesn't feel crazy,
Right? Yeah, Mark's.
while Will is he's not quite sold on everything.
It's almost kind of like they switched it. Well, no, I'd say they were both kind of chill at the place before they escaped and stuff. They're just like content there.
So before we
Wait, doesn't this scene kind of, they're at the library talking, but doesn't this kind of transcend that they're kind of just suddenly in the back of a van?
yeah, well, he talks about because they he tells him about the quarantine theory, and then next scene they're in his brother's blue van.
It's so weird. They're just in this van at Mark's house. Where's his parents?
Yeah.
You know, why do they go there? Why are they in the van?
Right.
Well, we need the van for the story. Still doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay. And then he's like, Mark, Will, you can take the van. This is where I'm like, why would you split up at this point? Why wouldn't he go with it?
Yeah, it doesn't make real sense.
This is just one of those things where like this part of the movie doesn't make sense. Like the pacing is good, but the scene itself doesn't make sense. What's going on? How did Mark even get into his old house? And why would you be there when you know they're looking for you? It makes no sense. Like none. It's like, we need to get Mark by himself. Okay, figure something else out. Not just like, okay, this stuff's crazy. Peace, bro. Take my van. Like if you sit there and really try to make sense of it, you can't.
It doesn't.
You got to say, I don't know, Mark wanted to die.
So
you know?
in the next hour we will get into the rave. Okay, we're gonna head out to a cornfield.
The cornfield rave.
Yeah,
man.
there's a lot of there's a cornucopia of corniness in the rave.
Did you work on that?
No.
And I'll tell you who another character is not.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to go to UnkleSamPresents.com, and it'll take you straight to our YouTube page, and you can check out all of our videos. While you're waiting on the next episode to drop, make sure to check back on the year before last, all of our Halloween stuff. Get caught up on what's going on. Don't forget to check out our Tombstone and our Dazed and Confused, which is from this year.
Yes.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Copyright 2025 Unkle Impressions. UNKLESamPresents.com. Email us at unkle@gmail.com. Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Email us if you wish to be a sponsor.
Check out the rest of our videos at UnkleSamPresents.com.